call you liar. Hello, vinyl community. Dave, the pickup artist, with you for another Psychedelic Sunday, where the cost of one admission is your mind. And as always, we are willing to work with you on different payment options.
I am simply a trader of spices.
I showed some Captain Beefheart a couple of weeks ago and got a lot of comments, and I think it was Vital Richie suggested I check out the A&M sessions. This is actually from 1984, and this covers their first singles from the mid-60s. This is an EP, and it's also a promo. Side one is their first single and the B-side, Diddy Wah Diddy.
Where she can be, I know she's in love with me. Lovely thing, she is so pretty. She live way down in Diddy Wah Diddy Wah.
And who do you think you're fooling? And side one closes with a track called Moonchild, which is the other single they put out in '66.
I know she tries to hide the way she feels on the darker side. She likes to fall in love every time there's a full moon up above.
It was written by a guy by the name of David Gates, who was in who went on to become a member of a yacht rock band called Bread. That's all they played in the 70s. In the 70s, I heard so much Bread, I got a yeast infection. But then we get side two, and we get a track called Frying Pan, which was the B-side of their second single. And the last track is called Here I Am, I Always Am. And that was a track that A&M rejected that I guess for the first time appears on this album. So yeah, if you're a 60s Captain Beefheart completist, you definitely want this. The tracks are great. It's great garage, R&B influenced rock. And it sounds great too, for whatever reason. I don't know what year that photo was taken. I'm guessing it's either late '65 or early '66. But yeah, this is good stuff. Another one that I'm looking for is a CD compilation called Grow Fins. I believe it's called Grow Fins. And it covers a lot of the 60s stuff and a little bit of the 80s too. But I think it's only available on CD.
We got us some good uns. Dogged if we don't.
But yeah, another whole fill for my Captain Beefheart collection. And it is on the A&M label, the 84 version of the AM label. Good stuff. Another example of albums that came from B-sides is a great set, 2-album set from Tintern Abbey. A lot of people ask me about this one. This is a band formed in '66. It put out a slew of demos, but they only released one of them. And both the A and B side were great tracks. The first side was called B side, oddly enough, and the second side was called Vacuum Cleaner, and they're both great, deep psychedelic tracks.
Is it easy for buzzing all day long? Has become reality.
And they recorded enough material to put out this 2-album set. But there's actually only only 3 items from the Tintern Abbey collection. You have this album that recently came out. You have the single for B-side, which is a collector's item. It goes anywhere from like $500 to $1,500. But yeah, this is all the tracks on here are good. There's some kind of wankers and some kind of split end type stuff that feels unfinished, but for the most part, this is great stuff. That comes with this cool booklet. Everything you want to know about these guys is revealed in this set.
You little bitch, let me out of this goddamn birdcage.
The next album I have is Your Saving Grace, the Steve Miller Band, 1969. This is their 4th album. And they're still doing psychedelic blues jams that they started on their first 3 albums. And like their first album, this is produced by Glyn Johns, the UK producer, who also plays on here. He plays some guitar and other things.
You're not the child you thought you were. You wake up in the night and know you're blind. And yet they keep on pushing. Trying inside of your mind. Forever. You're wrestling to control. Until the emptiness of heaven welcomes your weary soul.
But this was a kind of a 3-piece outfit at this time. And John's brought in some other players like, who else was on here? Nicky Hopkins, those guys. And on the inner cover, you see the first 3 albums they did. All of his his first 5 albums were, I thought, were great.
tell you, my kid's school, forget about history. The kids there, they think Washington crossed the Delaware because he had a girl in Jersey.
Turn you round, turn you round, turn you round. Well, don't let the policeman turn you round. You got to keep on walking, keep on talking, marching to the freedom line.
Nobody has respect for the law. Last week on my block, they raffled off a police car. There were 2 cops still in it.
Well, don't let the politician turn you round, slow you down, slow you down. Well, don't let the politician slow you down. You got to keep on walking, keep on talking, marching to the freedom line.
I bought some rat poison. The girl asked me, should I wrap it up? You're going to eat it here. You kidding? I know I'm ugly. I stuck my head out the window, got arrested for mooning.
Psychedelic blues, kind of all over the place. Good stuff. 69, and he followed it up with...
I tell you, nothing goes right, you know. Well, yesterday was a beauty. I asked the caregiver, where can I get some action? He took me to my house.
Volume. Just number 5. I believe this was late 69 or early 70s. This came out.
Children.
America is out of the World Health Organization.
And this is more the same. Basically the first 5 Steve Miller Band albums were psychedelic blues. Then what happened? Shortly after they put this out, he was in a bad car accident.
You kidding? I know I'm ugly. I stuck my head out the window, got arrested for mooning.
He was laid up for a while, and during the time he started writing songs that would become big AOR tracks. And then he went on to do his great 70s, probably more well-known stuff than his 60s, but I still have I like the 60s stuff better. I like it all, but I like the 60s better. And it's the same lineup, too. The 3, Lonnie James, I think, was one of the players, played bass. But, yeah. The same 3 guys that were on Your Saving Grace were on this, and other players added as needed, I believe. And this has got the Jackson Kent blues and a lot of good stuff on here. It's a fun album. They all are, actually. Finally, I've got some early psychedelia from the Stones in the form of their 7-inch single. We've got Paint It Black with Stupid Girl on side B. They were bringing the psychedelia on this one. We've got Brian Jones on sitar.
I get frustrated.
And it's a great song. It's a classic. I cried like a baby when Brian Jones died. Yeah, I was only 3 months old. But,
America is out of the World Health Organization. out of the World Health Organization. America is out of the World Health Organization.